The twice-impeached former president now appears to be on his fourth indictment. A grand jury in Atlanta looking into Donald Trump's behavior voted Monday night on indictments, and it appears that they returned indictments against multiple people. The grand jury has been looking into Trump's desperate attempts to cling to power after losing the White House in 2020, a ploy that included intimidating the state's top elections official and recruiting fake electors to hijack the nation's democratic process. The indictments, which are still under seal and making their way to the clerk, is the result of a more than 2-year investigation by Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. A Georgia courtroom stayed late Monday night to hand the indictments over to Judge Robert McBurney at almost exactly 9 p.m., with the whole spectacle taking place on live television. The judge reviewed the indictments and handed the documents back to a clerk. The actual indictments are expected to be uploaded online imminently. This historic indictments originated from an equally extraordinary event, a phone call Trump made from the White House on January 2, 2021, to Georgia's Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, pressuring him to find 11,780 votes that didn't exist. The ham-fisted scheme sought to erase Joe Biden's lead by one single vote and flip the election results. The DA has also examined how the Trump campaign and his personal lawyers, including former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani, sowed chaos in the weeks after the 2020 election by spreading easily disproven conspiracy theories and trying to convince state legislators to overturn ballot results. The most bizarre aspect of their plan involved assembling a shadow team of alternate electors willing to do what actual electors would not: submit official paperwork to Congress that perpetuated Trump's hallucinatory presidential victory. Trump's insistence on brazenly flouting election rules is why this real estate tycoon is also facing serious criminal charges in New York. In late March, a Manhattan grand jury formally charged him with 34 felony counts of falsifying business records over the way he used his private company to pay off porn star Stormy Daniels to prevent the American public from learning about their one-night sexual affair before the 2016 election. And his stubborn refusal to abide by the most basic rules is why he's also facing criminal charges in Florida. In June, a federal grand jury in Miami indicted him over the way he amassed hundreds of classified records at his oceanside estate of Mar-a-Lago after leaving the White House, and lied to investigators to try covering it up. That indictment was revised in July, with additional accusations that Trump ordered his lackeys to delete the mansion's video surveillance footage as part of the cover-up. And then another federal grand jury, this one in D.C., indicted Trump less than 2 weeks ago for inciting MAGA loyalists to attack Congress to prevent it from certifying the results of the 2020 election he lost. At this point, Trump potentially faces 4 historic criminal trials that could each send him to prison in the run-up to the 2024 presidential election, one in which he remains, despite it all, the Republican frontrunner.